Football's back tonight. Will you be watching as Carolina visits New England? NFL Network.
Bryce Young,
Drake May. The beginning of the Drake May era in New England. It's actually going to be Jacoby Brissett because he's going to get the starter's nod, I think, to start the season, right?
Bryce Young's not playing tonight, right?
Wow, really?
I was going to say, I think a lot of starters.
He doesn't need any reps.
There's a lot of teams, though, who are like, okay, starters don't play the first game.
Not the Texans are going to play their guys, right?
They already played their first game.
Well, that's true.
I'm
Who
just
else
saying
said that they're going to play their people. Buffalo's going to play their first and their starters. Josh Allen.
Kansas City's playing their guys.
Kansas City's playing their guys.
You know what I'm most excited about this football weekend?
Watching the Brazilian women's volleyball team.
I said football weekend.
Oh, I thought you said volleyball.
Next to, of course, seeing Caleb Williams play is watching Justin Fields play in Pittsburgh tomorrow.
That's tomorrow night, yeah.
Tomorrow night. So Russell Wilson is not playing.
No, but he's still number one on the depth chart.
Well, I mean, they've really opened it now to a competition.
Well, but he's still number one. Russell's still number one on the depth chart.
Unless Justin plays well this game.
And then maybe on Monday they'll change the depth chart. But currently, Russ is still their starting quarterback.
Yes.
I laugh because on the front.
You sound like a Justin Fields guy right now.
Well, no, I'm just interested in this.
Do you know how many touchdowns he's thrown in training camp?
38 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
How many rushing touchdowns?
He's got 16 rushing touchdowns.
Okay. I don't know. Brandon Aiyuk still hasn't been traded, huh?
No.
Interesting. I saw somewhere, I don't know if this was actual and factual or factually actual, that the Patriots offered the 49ers a pretty good deal, and he said he didn't want to go to New England. Was that true, or was that just rumor? He's like, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to sign an extension.
I heard he didn't want to go there either.
That is a bad football team right now.
I saw Mike Reese was getting into it with the guys in Boston.
Yeah, with Felger and Mass.
Wait, what happened?
So Mike Reese reported to Waddle's point that the deal the Patriots were offering for Brandon Aiyuk was, I believe his words were aggressive.
Like $32 million a year?
30 to 32, yeah.
Yes. But however, then Felger, I believe, called out NFL reporters who are like carrying water for the teams when they report the actual terms. And then so Reese hopped on Felger and Mass and basically went after Felger saying, you don't know who my sources are. And I'm not just, going with one source because that's how you may have seen it done in the past. Mike, I've never seen Mike Reese so annoyed.
Yes.
And Mike Reese is like the nicest guy in the world.
Oh, yeah. Does he usually go on their station?
No, he kept saying, I wasn't listening, but everybody's texting me about your report about me.
Way to go, Reese.
Yeah, he stepped up.
By the way, I forgot to tell you that Waddle's World is brought to you by our great friends at Wintrust Community Banks. They are Chicago's banks. To find your nearest Wintrust Community Bank, visit wintrust.com/find us. Member FDIC. So now what is it? It's Pittsburgh, and who was the other team?
Cleveland.
And Cleveland.
I think he wants to be in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's the word.
Who wouldn't want to be in Pittsburgh, right?
Because they're going to win the Super Bowl. Throwing you the football.
Right.
Well, Mike Tomlin's got a good track record.
Can you imagine Justin finally having some weapons around him?
Lamar Jackson says he lost weight because he felt fat and slow last year. He was the MVP of the league.
I saw that. Yeah.
Decided, you know what? I got to lose some weight because I'm fat and slow. You know that he's 30 pounds less than he was in 2022 and 15 pounds less than he was last year?
Yeah, I saw that it was a 2-year thing.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, backtracking really quick.
Okay.
What are you watching more of tomorrow night? Cubs and White Sox. Cubs versus White Sox. Or Justin Fields running the show for the Steelers?
I mean, both exhibition, right? Neither's real. Those are both exhibition games.
No, it's big time for the Cubs. Cap says they're back. And if
in what manner? What do you mean by back?
If they sweep the Sox.
What do you mean by back?
They're a game under.
What do you mean by back?
Just where we all thought they would be.
Well, I think you have to get to 500 before we really start to even have a serious conversation, right?
I know.
By back. I mean, in it? Ready to go? I told you. Did I not tell you that when they finally got to 500, you were going to get phone calls morning, noon, and night about them, your Jamison Tyon perspective? See, told you that they were going to get back in this thing, and now he's going to be an integral part of what they're going to do. Take that.
And what's that going to be?
Take that.
Integral part of what?
Of their run, like their D-back run.
Just like Cody last year and into this year? I like Cody, too.
I just said, like, you're going to get your first take that call as soon as they get to 500, and it's going to be Jamison Tyon based.
Look,
I'm just telling you.
I'm tired of the Cubs doing their best Bulls impersonation, where, like, being a few games under 500 is good enough for the fan base.
Nick Foles going to retire from the NFL as an Eagle during their home opener.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Will he do the Canadian Eagle? Or will he do just
you want to see it?
The American Eagle?
Do you want to see it? He's been pole vaulting lately.
Yeah.
Will they retire his jockstrap?
I have no information on that. Not interested in that story, but you know what? Maybe we can send Charlie out to dig up whatever information we can on that.
Hasn't one of his teammates confirmed, like one of his former teammates?
Yeah. Several of his teammates have. Yeah.
I think anybody with eyes has confirmed it.
Meller's confirmed it.
Man, what a heater, though. It still baffles my mind that Nick Foles.
And they beat the Patriots, right?
It's insane.
But he had two heaters, like first the individual heater the first time under Chip Kelly.
Yes.
And then the second heater in the playoff run to win the Super Bowl.
Unbelievable.
It is pretty crazy, isn't it?
Not just that, but he put up, 41 points in that Super Bowl?
I don't think a great game.
I don't think the Patriots made a stop defensively. Or like they didn't punt or something like that.
And then, how about the Eagles? What was it, a year later, 2 years later, they fired Doug Peterson?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years ago, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, and now the story out of Philadelphia is that Nick Sirianni and I said that as a Chicagoan, didn't I? Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts don't get along?
Yeah, they hate each other. Or that they like their relationship.
I always thought, like, I never bought into the Nick Sirianni as a great kind of coach. And
is he Nagy-esque?
No, because I think Nagy is actually a kind of a really good guy. I get this impression that Sirianni's kind of a...
Oh, really?
Well, don't you remember, like, every time something good happened, he'd give everyone else the sour face or take that or, you know, I mean, like...
Remember flexing in the tunnel and, like, yelling at the top of his lungs?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've told you guys this. I actually think the head coach in Indy's better head coach than him. Shane Steichen.
Yeah, but they were all on his staff. So don't you give him some credit?
I do give him credit.
Hiring a good... Gannon was on his staff. Yeah. Steichen was on his staff.
Yes. He put together a really good staff.
Got Kellen Moore on his staff now.
His staying power as a head coach in the league, I don't know. I believe he's coaching for his job this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
What's the story? You say you got some sound for this, Tyler? Don't be pooping on the beach. Doug Ford says Ontario Town Saga. He's their premier. I guess that would be your mayor.
Doug Ford says there will be no pooping on the beach.
Would that be your mayor? Like when you're called the premier, anyone heading to Wasaga Beach shouldn't be pooping on the beach. Premier Doug Ford says as the Ontario Town fights back.
The problem with that, if we ban tents in provincial parks, that's just not going to cut it across the board, right? You can't pick and choose. I think people are respectful enough that, folks, don't be pooping on the beach. Simple as that.
No pooping on the beach.
Oh, so he's saying, look, we don't have to ban people from camping on the beach. We just want you to stop pooping on the beach while you're camping.
Folks, don't be pooping on the beach.
Yeah, I guess people were setting up small tents and digging holes to use as washrooms. So you dig a hole, you do your business, and then you just like kick sand over
it.
You
bury it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the kids all of a sudden, like a few weeks later, are digging sand castles. And then, look what I found.
Yeah.
Folks, don't be pooping on the beach.
Where would you poop then? Are there outhouses around there?
Well, no, I don't think that find something other than the beach.
But
why do they have to provide toilets?
Where are you going to go? If you're camping on the beach and there are no outhouses, where are you supposed to poop?
I don't know. Hold it. Go in the ocean.
I think that's even worse. Or are you supposed to bring like a bag like you're a dog and pick up after yourself?
Oh, well, that would still be pooping on the beach. You'd just be picking up.
Don't be pooping on the beach.
Here's another bathroom story for you, because I know you can't get enough of them, but this one is kind of even weirder. Man sets explosive traps under toilet seats in public restrooms.
Oh,
multiple people have been hurt. San Antonio, a man was arrested after he was accused of planting multiple explosives under toilet seats in public restrooms. What are you doing?
That's terrorism right there.
Yes. Like, it's one thing to put like a whoopee cushion under a seat or something that would make a noise.
No, right.
What are you doing?
Do you remember the old newscast where the woman was on the news and they like misread the story? Or no, it was like
about the Home Depot.
Yeah,
I'm about to blow up this bathroom, and then she realized that it was.
And then like they called the police because they thought it was a terrorist threat, but it was just a guy in the bathroom making poop jokes.
Yeah. I got a really good chess story.
Chest or chess?
Chess, not chest. A chess story. Like the last time I brought you a chess story, it got wild, right?
Yes.
Like beads were involved, right?
Agnes, right? Our guy Agnes.
And I have an astronaut story.
An ass story or an astronaut story?
An astronaut story. And also, I got some good stuff Tyler delivered today. I got a groundhog story as well.
All right.
And a cocaine story, maybe, if we have time.
Oh, wow.
Don't know if I'll have time. Chess player suspended after allegedly poisoning her rival.
Oh, wow. There's a lot of bad stuff.
Chess is, you know what? You would think it's a pretty, polite and, I don't know, well-to-do game. Oh, no. There's a lot of nonsense that goes along.
A lot of cheating going on.
Chess player has been suspended by the Russian Chess Federation and is reportedly facing time in jail after she allegedly tried to poison her rival at the chessboard during a tournament. You know how it went down? Security camera footage shows the incident where the woman calmly walked over to the board where her opponent was supposed to appear 20 minutes later. It was reported that she'd previously asked if cameras were in operation and been told that they weren't. She then smeared what is said to be potentially deadly mercury from a thermometer.
She really went all in.
Her opponent said she began feeling unwell 30 minutes later, complaining of nausea and dizziness, prompting an immediate call for medical assistance. Doctors eventually concluded that poisoning was a likely case, and after reviewing the footage from security cameras, she was busted and detained.
Checkmate.
Astronauts on an 8-day trip may have to stay in space until 2025.
8-day trip? It was
mission which launched in June was intended as a high-stakes test required before NASA could certify the Starliner. That's a Boeing spacecraft. Had to be certified for routine astronaut flights. However, the mission has been significantly prolonged due to issues with the spacecraft's propulsion system, including a series of helium leaks. So instead of just being up there for 8 days, you may be up there for like 8 months.
I don't want you complaining if you get stuck in an elevator for 10 minutes. You get all mad at getting stuck in an elevator.
Yes.
These people are stuck on
I don't know all the details like it. Do they have enough supplies?
I would hope so. Like, it's a great question. When you go for an 8-day planned trip, how much do you really have to, pack the ship for? I said ship. You know what I mean? Like, just in case.
Come on, kids, make sure we pack the ship because we're going away.
It's not like there's a rest stop 20 miles away.
No, you just pee in your spacesuit. Don't you remember that story? And that just kind of recycles, and then you kind of drink your urine if you have to. An unusual prize. A groundhog was found among stuffed animals in a Pennsylvania claw machine. You know the claw machines?
Yeah, the ones that never grab those stuffed animals.
Employees at the Meadows Family Fun Mini Golf in Duncansville, Blair County, recently recruited the help of the Pennsylvania State Game Warden after discovering an animal inside one of their claw machines. Workers found that a groundhog had crawled into the machine but wasn't able to get back out.
Are groundhogs only in Pennsylvania?
No.
I mean, it's hilarious that this is in Punxsutawney.
No. No, it wasn't in Puxatawny, but the irony, I see the irony. Crews called the claw machine company to unlock the game, making way for the warden to rescue the groundhog. It's a pretty good story, isn't it? Yeah, like you're going over there to play. Hey, Dad, can I have a few quarters? I'm trying to catch a real groundhog.
Those things are nasty animals, too.
Are they? Oh,
so,
they're mean.
My grandpa's shed just got overrun by groundhogs, and it's a process to get rid of them.
I've never seen a groundhog.
They are real mean.
They're mean, yeah. And finally, as I like to do, give you a little medical advice every now and again on Waddle's World. Why setting multiple alarms in the morning is actually bad for your health. If you set multiple alarms to snooze in the morning, you may be doing more harm than good. Waking to multiple alarms every morning really disrupts your REM cycle. Frequently, this actually causes sleep inertia, increased drowsiness, fatigue, mood swings, and it also raises your cortisol levels, a nurse revealed.
I used to be a snoozer like all the way back in college, and then learned that could be an extra half hour of sleep that you're actually getting. And just set the alarm for the time you're supposed to get up and then get your ass out of bed.
Yes, that's right. Don't worry about the snooze. And finally, a man was arrested in LaPorte County, Indiana. I don't know if that's close to us or not. Arrested a man who was found punching a Toyota Prius while chasing it down the road.
How dare he?
2:00 on a Sunday. 42-year-old Marshall Guthrie of LaPorte was taking swings at a Prius while chasing it down Country Road 300 North. So,
no reason?
There is a reason, but I think I'd just leave it up to your imagination. He was mad.
Where's the cocaine story?
Oh, you want the cocaine story? Yeah. Actually, hold on one second. Where's the cocaine story?
You want to pay it off next before Aki's A-list?
I got it right here. A man used powder on his gums for pain, or so he said. Didn't know it was actually cocaine.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. A Lancashire man involved in unrest outside a pub during a weekend of demonstrations has pleaded guilty to possession of cocaine. Police found 28-year-old in a group of 3 males and 1 female, and after a search, officers found a small snap bag containing cocaine. The person who defended him in court said that the man used the powder on his gums for pain relief, and he didn't know that it was cocaine when he purchased it.
You just thought
that
it was
his defense.
Gunpowder.
It was gunpowder.
Not gunpowder,
no,
gunpowder.
It was gunpowder, and I'm just using it for the pain.
Okay. All right, coming up next, Aki's A-list. We'll also give you the latest on the Bears. The White Sox fired Pedro Grifol, and Team USA basketball came from behind to win a thriller today. A lot going on. It's Waddle and Silvy.